Judge LaTanya Brown Jackson is certainly qualified to sit on the bench of the Supreme Court. Everybody know it except a few. This lady came from a good family. They are well educated and they have shown their prominence throughout their lives. She also have a nice family of her own. She brought this beautiful trademark smile to the hearing and showed it most of the time. Never be lonely, lost in the She couldn't smile much when dealing with this loudmouth Lindsey Graham, asking her question about how many times you go to church, as if that's relevant. Ted Cruz, the other loudmouth, asking questions about a kindergarten book, as if that's relevant in a Supreme Court confirmation hearing. These two clowns show how silly one can be. She's now soft on crack. You could tell that she was so tired of listening to these stupid, dumb questions that made no kind of sense. But she sit there and answered every one of them with a straight face. This John Cornyn asking questions about slavery as if that was part of a hearing that needed to be asked. Totally irrelevant. Here you have this Marsha Blackburn asking, what is a woman? This Josh Hawley acting like a prosecutor, interrogating her as if she had committed a major crime. She was so frustrated with all these silly, ridiculous questions. You can see it in her face right here. They didn't realize, they obviously forgot, it was Judge Kavanaugh that was actually supposedly committed crime, not Judge Jackson. This lady had been confirmed in 3 other lower position confirmation hearings, but now it's the Supreme Court. Senator Booker didn't ask one single question. He just pointed out the clown show for what it really was.
Well, and what's especially surprising about this is it didn't happen last year. You were put on a court that I'm told is considered like the second most powerful court in our land. And you were passed with bipartisan support. Nobody brought it up then. Did they not do their homework? Were they lax? Did they make a mistake? I wonder, as they ask you the question, do you regret? I wonder if they regret that they didn't bring that out. No. Why? Because it was an allegation that is meritless to the point of demagoguery. You are, I don't mean this in any way, because if anybody called me average, I would be upset, but you are a mainstream judge. Your sentencing, I've looked at the data, falls in the mainstream on everything from child sexual assault to all the other issues that people are trying to bring up. Some of these things that are being cast at you, that you called George Bush a war criminal, come on, that is painful. Especially because, as you said, the brief change, these are names that you have to put in. And we're talking about a real issue that goes to the core of our values, torture. Barack Obama was named once Bush left office. There is an absurdity to this that is, it is almost comical if it was not so dangerous. Because the next time a judge comes before us on the right or the left that has a body of work like you do, gosh, one of the some performance artists on our side could pull out one of the cases where they were below the sentencing guideline, say, for example, it was on something like as horrific as rape that we all agree is horrific, and they could suddenly put themselves as the defense. How dare we put someone who's soft on crime? Well, are you soft on crime? God bless America. I want to tell you, when I look at you, this is why I get emotional. I'm sorry, you're a person that is so much more than your race and gender. You're a Christian, you're a mom, you're an intellect, you love books, but for me, I'm sorry, it's hard for me not to look at you and not see my mom, not to see my cousins, one of them who had to come here and sit behind you. She had to have your back. I see my ancestors and yours. Nobody's going to steal the joy of that woman in the street, or the calls that I'm getting, or the texts. Nobody's going to steal that joy. You have earned this spot. You are worthy. You are a great American. Your hero is Constance Baker Motley. Mine, she has sat on my desk for my offices that I've held. She's my icon of America. Her name is Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman is one of my heroes because the more I read about this person, the more, she was viciously beaten. For her whole life, she used to fall into spells, cracked skull. She faced starvation, chased by dogs. And when she got to freedom, what did she do? Did she rest? No, she went back. Again and again and again. The sky was full of stars. But she found one that was a harbinger of hope for better days, not just for her and those people that were enslaved, but a harbinger of hope for this country. And she never gave up on America. She fought led troops in the Civil War. She was involved in the suffrage movement. And as I came back from my run, after being near assaulted by someone on the street, I thought about her and how she looked up. She kept looking up. No matter what they did to her, she never stopped looking up. And that star, it was a harbinger of hope. Today, you're my star. You are my harbinger of hope. This country is getting better and better and better. And when that final vote happens and you ascend onto the highest court in the land, I'm going to rejoice. And I'm going to tell you right now, the greatest country in the world, the United States of America, will be better because of you.
Senator Booker brought proud tears from her eyes on that day. And she wasn't the only one that was dropping those tears. Judge LaTanya Brown Jackson will be on the next Supreme Court bench. So let's celebrate. She's going to be there.